The Edmonton Oilers lose 5-4 after leading 4-1 against the Vancouver Canucks in round 2, game 1. They had a pretty tough game. I'll be talking about this here in this video, as well as an issue that, if not fixed, will really change the way that we see this Oilers team play, maybe even not make it out of the series. And one final injury update as well, heading into game 2 with a star player in question for that game. So I'll be talking about all of that here in this video. Before we get into it though, we notice that 97% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Edmonton Oilers news, you're in the right spot. Make sure to hit the sub button, because you're not going to want to miss what this playoff series has to offer and the changes that are going to be made to make sure that this team does not choke another lead. But like I said, let's get straight into the video here, because we need to discuss this game. The Oilers blow a 4-1 lead, and that was really the highlight, or well, the low light, I guess you could say, the story of this game here so far. I'm going to pull this screenshot up. First of all, before we go into the box score, before we go into the stat card, just taking a look at the whole situation, how it played out. See the goals from Zach Hyman, Mattias Ekholm in the first period. Dakota Joshua scores to make it 2-1 for the Oilers, and then the Oilers score 2 more, make it 4-1. And then at the end of the second period, Elias Lindholm gets that 4-2 to cut down the lead to 2. And then, as you can see in the third period, 3 unanswered goals from the Vancouver Canucks. And what we had seen from the second period to the third period, the Oilers really just, kind of fell asleep. There was really no sense of urgency to be able to win the first game, lock up that first game here. And you seen the way it played out. They ended up losing this one, like I said, 5-4, and that's going to be a big thing to learn from here heading into game 2. And now it's also not just players really having that lack of urgency. There's also some opportunities that we could definitely improve on here in this game, but I'll get to those now in a moment. But I'll put up the box score, as you can see here. 2 assists from Draisaitl, who only had 16 minutes and 43 seconds of ice time due to some injuries that were considered cramps, as well as some equipment issues, as labeled by this whole staff. So 2 assists from Draisaitl in that time, and 2 goals from Zach Hyman, 2 assists from Nugent-Hopkins as well, and leaving Connor McDavid to only 1 point and a -1 here on this game, while being on the ice for 24 minutes of this game. Once again, that's a pretty significant margin that we will see Connor McDavid have normally in these games, as well as a pretty tough night on the faceoffs for Connor McDavid, being only 27.8%. But, this game really kind of shut down for the Edmonton Oilers, like I said, after mainly in the third period, but also for a bit of the second, leading the Vancouver Canucks to really notice this, take advantage of it, and really stomp on the neck of the Edmonton Oilers while they were down. Take advantage of this team practically letting the lead go by themselves, letting it go, knowing that this game needs to be, not needs to be, but you really like to win game 1 here, and we've seen what happened in this scenario. But I'm going to move on to the stat card here, which I'm going to show up something as well. As you notice, the 2 on the bottom, Cody, Ceci, and Darnell Nurse. This is a pretty big problem, and we're going to just discuss that here in a moment, but I want to talk about the top here, the positives from this that you can take away. Mattias Ekholm, Evan Bouchard, very, very good again tonight, or last night, sorry. Draisaitl, while he was there, very good as well. The defense could be a bit better from this entire team, even though, you really see no positives, no negatives for most part. However, you want to limit the comeback from a Vancouver Canucks team. And now I understand that you also have that sense of momentum when they start getting goals on goals. So the Canucks did have that in their back pocket, but ultimately that was a pretty tough one from the Edmonton Oilers standpoint. But let's get to this. This needs to be addressed, and you probably noticed it. Also, just said it on that stat card. That pairing of defense between Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse is not great. That has been not the best defensive pairing that we'd like to see. They're not playing to the level we'd like to see, and this is going to need to be changed if the Oilers want a chance to be able to go deeper into these playoffs, let alone in this series. As the playoffs progress, the competition only gets better. The offenses, most cases, about 90%, 95% of the time, get much better as the playoffs progress. And having a defensive pairing with Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse have this sort of composition on the game score, very bad defense, very bad offense. It really will have a pretty negative impact on what we will see as the playoffs progress. You can see they're the second pairing whatever we'll have to change, I'm not sure that's the reason I'm not a coach for this team or a coach at all. But I do believe a change needs to be made. Whether it is moving Vincent Desharnais, who has very much improved this season, up instead of Cody, Ceci, pairing him with Darnell Nurse, or something. I don't know what has to be done. Let me know what you guys think should be done. I think that having a bit of a community discussion would definitely help out. Ease the mind of us, I guess, instead of the management. I guess we can kind of create our own circumstances, but something needs to be done to at least have an opportunity here to really improve this defense, especially against the Vancouver Canucks team, who's been very good this season on the offense. We've seen that this entire season, and we know that they can catch you sleeping if you do end up like this game. This is a perfect example of what they can do if not careful, if not playing on top of your game. So what do you guys think should change about this defensive pairing here, leading to this, realistically? Cody, Ceci, and Darnell Nurse, whether they need to be separated, whether they need to have a different mindset on that line, they keep it the same. Let me know what you think. This is going to be a really big big thing going forward here. I think that we're going to be able to see a big change here in Game 2 based on that. But let's move on to our final topic here of the day, and this is some pretty tough injury news regarding, like I said, one of the top players on this team in Leon Draisaitl, dealing with the cramps, dealing with the equipment issues, whatever that may be, in this game, only having what was 16 minutes time on ice, I believe. Yeah, 16:43. And that's not what you want to see for a guy named Leon Draisaitl. You want to see him have just about 10 minutes more on ice, if not a little bit less. Kind of same with McDavid. The 22 to 26 time on ice area. As you see here by Gene Principe, Leon and Adam are day-to-day, and we will let you know tomorrow if they are playing. That's what comes from Kris Knoblauch on this situation. I guess some more further tests will be performed tomorrow morning and whatnot, seeing how these players are coming together. This is going to be a big thing for ahead of Game 3. You need Adam Henrique. You really need Leon Draisaitl. Two guys who have played a very big role on the success of this team so far. And having them out for a Game 2 when Vancouver has all the momentum, Vancouver has, the energy, especially off the comeback, heading into a Game 2. This could be a pretty tough scenario if we do not have all hands on deck in this game. And you can see by Leon Draisaitl's recent games, as I was mentioning the time on ice, from 20 minutes to 24 to 17 in the 6-1 win against LA. But when you need him most, especially in this game against Vancouver, seeing the downfall in this game, you want him back at full health. You want him to be fine. You can see what production he's doing in these playoffs, and it's a very important piece of our team, as I'm sure everybody watching this video knows. So we need him healthy. An update, I'm assuming, will come tomorrow morning, potentially tomorrow afternoon. Whether or not, I'll be keeping you guys updated. So make sure to hit the sub button. You won't miss out on any Edmonton Oilers news. I'll be keeping you updated. We'll be keeping you updated, actually, on everything that this team has to offer in a very, very big series and a very big game for the Edmonton Oilers coming up in Game 2. So, like I said, that's all I got here in this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to give the video a like. Hit the sub button as well if you don't want to miss out on any news. But I'm signing up. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.